2014 HOT6 Cup Last Big Match Semi-Final.
Whoa-oh, 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 whoa-oh. I don't know, that's a song that's playing, guys. Welcome back. Whoa-oh, Marine King is in, that's right. The finals here of the HOT6 Cup, and we're going to go to an interview with him. Oh. We're off to a great start here.
Oh. My God, you had one job. Oh my God.
에서 전해드리고 있는 라스트컵 빅매치. 자, 드디어 대망의 결승 진출자가
So guys, we're kicking it off with the final Starcraft party here in Dongdaemun.
이정은 선수를
And we have our first finalist, Marine King.
감사합니다.
Congratulations.
네, 자 소감 어떠세요?
일단
She says, how do you feel?
되게 오늘 처음 졌잖아요, 이 대회에서. 그래서 좀 불안했는데 그래도 3대2로
Yes, I lost my first two games against Protoss here in the tournament.
네,
But overall, I was really happy with the series,
올라왔지만
and I'm feeling
아쉬움도
really
좀 있을 것
confident.
같습니다. 그 전승 준우승을 목표로 하고 있었는데 여기서 깨졌네요. 어떠세요?
Your goal was a 3-0 victory until the end, but it's
전승
already been
준우승
broken.
한번 해보고 싶었는데 일단 깨졌으니까 뭐 그냥
Yeah, my
우승할게요.
record's already been broken.
우승할게요. 담담하게 또 자신 있게 말씀을 해주셨습니다.
So now my goal is not to
가족들도
be the
굉장히
runner-up, but to be the
기뻐하셨는데
champion.
이런 모습 보여주셔서 굉장히 뿌듯하실 것 같아요.
네, 오랜만에
How did it feel to see all your
저희
fans cheering
가족,
after you won?
친척분들이 와주셔서 다 같이 응원해 주셨는데
You know, I know it's been a
정말
while since I've been on the
오랜만이만큼 또
finals
이기는
and
모습
here on the stage.
보여드려서
Also, my family came
진짜
down here, which
다행인
meant
것
a lot.
같고 남은 이제
You know, I'm really
결승도
glad
정말
and
잘해야 될 것
relieved
같아요.
네,
that I could
잠시
show great
후에
games.
김유진 선수와 조병세 선수가 그 2경기를 치릅니다. 누가 올라오길 바라세요?
So after match 2, it's going to be SOS versus skyhigH. Who do you prefer to face
토스가
off
올라왔으면
against?
좋겠고 조병세 선수
I want to play against the Protoss. I want to play against
연습
SOS.
때도 원래 잘하는 선수라고 알려져 있었어요.
네.
대회 때만 좀 실력이 안 나왔다 뿐이지.
We haven't really seen
원래
skyhigH,
잘하는 선수, 특히 또 테란전
but amongst the players that we know, that we all know about, I know how well he
김유진
plays.
선수가 올라온다면 확실히 이길 자신 있으신 거예요?
I'm a little bit more concerned to play against skyhigH in the finals.
제가 이제
She says, so
오늘 방금
you're fully
하면서
confident against the Protoss like SOS?
깨달았어요.
네.
제 약점을 깨달아가지고
네.
이제는 진짜 안 질 것 같아, 토스전.
You know, after the match against Zest,
이제는
I'm
지지 않을 것
absolutely
같다. 자,
aware
그러면
of my strengths and my
결승전
weaknesses.
꿈꾸던 무대에 올라서게
So whoever
됐습니다.
I face,
마지막으로
as long as
각오를
it's Protoss, I'm
들어볼게요.
fine.
네, 정말 오랜만에 올라온
She says, any final words before
결승전인
the match starts?
재밌는 경기하고 또 후회 없이 해서 좋은 결과 보여드리겠습니다.
I want to go through
네,
this without any
알겠습니다.
regrets.
정말 오랜만에
I
진출한
will do my
결승
very
무대인데요.
best.
다시 한번 축하드립니다.
감사합니다.
네.
She says,
자,
congratulations
이렇게
once
해서
again.
이
She says, thank
하트스컵
you.
라스트 빅매치
And we're
첫
going to
번째
go
결승 진출자
into the next match. I love this person hiding in the
자,
far
이어서
right.
hiding behind the wallet
조병세
started doing a
선수의
What if those are
경기
actually
확인해
on the wallet?
What if those are
김유진
actually James
나와주세요.
Bond goggles right now, and she's
Oh,
actually seeing
man.
everybody in thermovision?
Oh, that's so funny. Okay.
Well, it's time to go into the next best of 5, the other half, the semifinals. Before we do, and by the way, we're going to be doing this today, going on to the finals after this is done.
That's right. This is a very long day of StarCraft 2. Make sure you
It
tell
is.
your friends to tune in because this is it for us for quite a while.
This is it. Artos is going through puberty.
Oh my God.
He's crazy. And by the way, after I think the first 3 matches, we're going to go ahead and show the interview videos.
I think we're going to do the video in just a moment, Tasis.
Oh, no, right after this. I'm sorry. I misheard that. So tell your friends to tune in here. This is the last big StarCraft event here in Korea for the year.
Yeah, that's,
Also, I want to say it's really good to be back here. Let's do a pity party thing here. My knee is messed up. I've been on crutches. I haven't been able to get down here. I haven't been able to cast with you, Artie. I missed you.
Yeah, here's the thing,
You had to help me
guys.
get up
He's
the
doing this
stairs.
for attention. Like, when we leave here, we just walk out.
I actually see walk out like this. So it's really good. We're going to have some time off after this for my knee to recover. Right now, I got a brace on it. I look like young Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
But in about a few weeks, I'm going to just break right out of that and start running. For
Your
the next
little tiny
Starcraft event.
toothpick leg and then your
I'm
ripped
like,
leg.
yeah, well, right now I'm like Tiny Tim without his crutches. They're over there. I can't even go to the bathroom at this moment. You have to
I'm in
help me.
charge.
Yeah, you're in control here.
Yeah.
And I believe we're going to go to that interview video and take a look at that now. Enjoy.
제일 고비일 거라고 생각했는데 제가 그나마 천적이라고 생각하는 이신영 선수를 꺾고 올라갔으니까 4강은 너무 자신 있어요. 이제 한 걸음만 더 가면 결승이기 때문에 설레이는 것 같아요.
우영이랑 경기가 되게 저는 개인적으로 힘들었어요. 그래서 그만큼 더 깊은 것 같아요. 숨어 있었던 건 아닌데 제가 긴장을 좀 많이 해서 이 정도는 충분히 올 수 있다고 생각을 하고 있습니다.
조병세 선수가 올라올 줄은 몰랐는데 지금도 살짝 제 입장에서는 어떻게 올라왔어요? 이런 생각이 들어가지고 한번 VOD를 봐야 될 것 같아요.
유진이도 뭐 딱히 그렇게 많이 볼만한 경기가 있는 것도 아니에요. 뭐 보면 금방금방 끝나가지고.
제가 재밌다고 생각하는 빌드를 많이 파기 때문에 한번 괴롭힘 당해보셔야 될 것 같아요.
당하기 전에 괴롭힘이 돼서 굳이 그렇게 크게 걱정은 안 해도 될 것 같아요.
제가 원래 다른 선수 VOD를 보고 분석을 하고 맞춤식으로 준비를 잘하는데 경기가 없어가지고
머리가 되게 좋은 토스인데요. 머리만 좋은 것 같아서 충분히 이길 수 있을 것 같아요.
병세 형 이제 나이 먹고 뭐 좀 해 먹어 보시려고 그러시는 것 같은데 이제 좀 늦으신 것 같고.
유진이가 되게 나이로 공격을 많이 하는데 그래봐야 2살 정도밖에 차이 안 나는 것 같은데
동생 앞길 안 막으셨으면 좋겠습니다.
이런 먹었다고 너무 거만해진 것 같은데 조심하는 게 좋을 것 같아, 유진아.
제가 국내 대회에서 결승을 간 적이 없어요. 그래서 이번에는 꼭 결승 가서 다시 부활탄을 쏘아 올려야 되기 때문에 제가 꼭 우승해야 될 것 같아요.
선수로서 충분히 기량이 있다는 거를 보여준 것 같아요. 그래서 다시 옛날 뭐 스타 원 때처럼 다시 부활을 할 것 같아요.
이력 대회 아니어도 열심히 할게요.
아직 프로게이머 조병세 살아있으니까 경기 많이 기대해주세요.
Fantastic interviews.
It's almost time to get this going here. I have to say, I can't disagree with SOS. It is very odd that skyhigH's here. Not that he was a fantastic Brood War player, not that he shouldn't be good at Starcraft 2. Obviously, you give anybody who's from Brood War enough time on Starcraft 2, they should come out on top. It's just weird to have him here right now.
Yeah,
with this mix of players. This Final Four was already strange looking enough with Marine King back here. Now we have a Dark Horse player. skyhigH, we just know he's very good at Brood War, but yeah, here in Starcraft 2, we don't have a lot we can say because we don't have a lot of data about him in Starcraft 2.
Yeah, we haven't really seen that much. I mean, of course, SOS, we see him all the time. He's fantastic. We all know that he is a very creative player. He does all sorts of cheesy, macro, whatever you want. Like, this guy will do anything to win. He does what it takes. As you said, he studies his opponents and, plans his builds out according to how they play. So it's going to be a little bit harder for him here, but at least he has some sort of idea. Like, what we've seen from skyhigH mostly is really, really great TVT. Very little TVZ or TVP, and
I think TVT switched over well from Brood War to StarCraft 2, by the way.
Well, especially now since Mech is back pretty darn strong at the moment. That's going to help him out a lot, obviously, as we saw in his matches against Flash. But
yeah, this is a guy, despite him being new here on the stage of StarCraft 2, he's had a lot of experience in StarCraft 1. A lot of big audiences he's played in front of, a lot of tough opponents he's smashed.
That's right.
I'm curious how many people out here watching, well, out here in the studio, but also watching from home are actually rooting for skyhigH, because this guy is the dark horse of the HOT6 Cup, and he's here again.
Well, if he goes into the next round, like, I think he just straight wins. His TVT is really, really good. And Marine King, like, he's popped up a little bit, not ever this far recently, but when he has popped up, Terrans have slammed him. His TVT just hasn't looked that good in anything recent I've seen from him, so I'm, as he said, you know, in his own words, he was afraid. So we'll see how that goes. But I think that this is just a really good match between these two. I think skyhigh is pretty harassment-based, pretty aggressive, but I haven't seen enough of his games to say 100%. I can't really lock down his style that much. Whereas SOS, we know he's of that style.
Well, let's see how well SOS is prepared for this. He really is, out of all the Protosses, I'd say the trickiest to get ready for. But SOS did not have a lot of information about skyhigh at all. So I feel like he just knows he's against an aggressive, good Terran who can get the Final Four of a tournament, but not Melchel's information is really there at his disposal.
Yeah.
I don't know if that means he plays cheesier than normal or safer than normal or what.
I'm going to hazard a guess. I think that he's going to make oracles.
You think he's going to go oracles?
Yeah, pretty sure of it. Like, he really likes his oracles, man. Like he's done some funny oracle things, like 3 oracles in a game. Make the oracles out of your third base and stuff. Like, I mean, SOS, like, it's funny because he can do all these cheeses, but he transitions like more seamlessly than anyone else because it's like he does something and it looks like it's all, and then it's like, oh, he made a Nexus with it. And I guess this is a macro game now. I don't.
Well, that's
really...
why I like we were talking about revamping some of the terminology we use when we cast.
Yeah.
I think he is sort of cheesy, but a lot of times they're just these weird transitional builds where he's like, oh no, see, I do this, I punish him here.
Oh yeah,
this
the
reminds
game
me
is
of
much more complicated.
Time when people were like, no, you make gateways in their base, but don't worry, that's just your opening. That's not actually. This is going to be a 40-minute game most likely, but you need the Terran to be slowed down.
You know, I think
stop your proxy gate, and then from there you're already ahead.
You know, yeah, it is quite true. Like, we will have to revamp exactly how we call some of these things because StarCraft 2 is actually at this point pretty different from what StarCraft 1 was. It started out pretty similar, but like StarCraft 2 is. Like, sometimes you get ahead in economy by being aggressive, and I don't even mean killing things, like just containing your opponent momentarily. With the macro mechanics can get you ahead. Like, it's really, it's very different. SOS is a master of using these different ways to do well.
I got to agree with that sign. SOS is so good, so handsome. By the way, guys, any GOM event you come down to, the entry is free. So there's no reason to not come down here. And
that's what Tasteless looks like right
That's
there.
what I look like without makeup on.
I love your little bear mouth.
The makeup artist at GOM have to pin my bear ears back behind the headset.
Well, luckily you have the headset to hide those bear ears. That's what I look like.
That's what you look like?
Yeah.
Oh, Josis.
Yeah. There's a lot of people down there.
There are.
They actually yesterday had the Counter-Strike Online World Championships right there in that venue. Got to cast out with Brent.
That's another classic game, by the way.
A lot of fun. Not as many people showing up for CS, but of course StarCraft always been a bigger game out here.
Absolutely. All right, it's time for our 2 players. This is the second half of the round of 4, game 1. It's going to start out on merry-go-round. What do you think about these 2 guys fighting on this map specifically?
I think SOS is going to try to go for Oracle, and I think skyhigh is going to go with, well, it's hard to say what he'll go with. He could open up with a very quick gas-heavy harassment, maybe gas first, or a Reaper. I don't expect anything other than those 2, though. Like, I think every game in this series will either be a Reaper opening or a gas first tech opening, probably.
Okay. I think there won't be any crazy proxy anything here for SOS. Do you think he could proxy Oracle?
Yeah, definitely.
You think so? Okay.
Yeah, that's...
All right.
I'm putting him on proxy Oracle for, out of the specified, at least 3 games.
And we are ready to get this game going. Guys, tell your friends to come tune in here for the final Korean StarCraft 2 event of the year, the HOT6 Cup at GOMTV. In the bottom center, in the blue, our really unpredictable Protoss player.
Air Green Wings SOS.
Some SOS support out there.
Is that him holding
He's going to hit 10
bats?
home runs at once.
What?
CJ and Goose Sky.
I know,
Is that what he's going to do?
I have this vision where somebody throws like 20 baseballs in at once, and his one hand with 5 bats in it knocks it away.
Oh my God. They throw 10 baseballs at once and then realize that there's a pylon wall behind home plate and a cannon behind that, and the cannon kills all of them. Because the DPS of those balls is not high enough to break through the cannons and kill.
Well, we have the SCV coming down now.
That was a tasteless puppet there.
Is that what I look like? Yeah, if you shave my head.
Yeah.
Then my little green
You're yellow and sausage shaped.
You're shaped like a loaf of bread, Tasus. You know what I mean.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah, look.
Double barracks play. Actually just saw this very recently. And in the HOT6 Cup this happened.
Was it skyhigH who did it? This is not typical.
Because it
aggressive
like
player.
he's oh, actually, he didn't even make a gas, so no, I didn't see exactly this. But anyways, this is an
Why are we seeing strats from Broodwar
strategy?
I'm serious.
No, this is the Macarax itself, like literally exactly the Macarax.
This brings me back though even older, man. There were like weird moments where Terran would occasionally make a second barracks and do something.
Oh, rush like a Nexus first.
Yeah.
Huh?
Back when that was a thing, and Nexus first is more common in this. But yeah, the Macarax.
To build your second barracks behind the minerals.
I was thinking about this too because
Mac had great
since
success
you're bringing
with
up
this.
Mac, I was thinking about how since I'm on crutches and I'm going to be on crutches for about 4 more weeks. By the time this is done, my left leg is going to look like In Control's leg, and my right leg is going to look like Maka Prime's. Once I take it all off, yeah.
Maka, the skinniest pro gamer of all time. Probably.
That guy could fit into a poster too. So we have the Nexus starting up here, and what do you think about this? It's kind of weird to see the double barracks play here, just because this map it does not lend itself to close starting locations.
Well, that and we just never see it. It's like not a build that's common in any way. Like, okay, he's going to pass 2 Marines, 3rd Marine, 5 Marines. Okay. He is. Oh, look at that! It's a Stargate. Oracles. Okay. No, this is what he does. SOS loves Oracles. But yeah, it's really weird. He's going to Chrono Boost out Stalker. He's doing completely fine. I don't expect any actual damage to be done here. And then like, the thing is, if he overcommits the Marines and loses them, then the Oracle becomes more powerful. I'm not sure about this.
Mothership Core is backing up. Looks like he's going to try to press here.
And his micro is really pretty spot on.
Oh my God! Don't lose that! Don't lose that! And he is going to lose that. That's really bad. And it's actually a good spot here for the Marines to still deal damage to that Stalker. He comes in here, he scouts, he sees that it is going to be an Oracle making.
Well,
oh my God! Stay on the high ground.
Yeah.
Don't go in there. All right, Steve.
Okay, well, you know, he loses a Mothership Core, takes some damage. His Oracle gets scouted. The thing is, he doesn't normally care that much if his Oracle gets scouted. Sometimes he'll just make another Oracle or not make. You know, he has a set of options with it. Look, see another Oracle. He really is an Oracle Protoss right now.
He is the Oracle.
Pretty much. He can bend spoons better than most.
Oh, that's right. Was that the Oracle that could bend spoons?
Well, the children she was taken care of, right?
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I can bend a spoon.
That's basically
I
Zest.
saw a cool magic trick on a web page.
Yeah.
You know, make the spoon bend. You just heat up your hands and you hold the.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, guys. You're
ruining the Matrix.
I guess I gave away the magician's tricks there.
Oh.
Heating up your fingers and holding the spoon real tight, it'll bend it. So here comes the Oracle in here now. It's at about 85 energy, but I don't know if there's really a spot that he can get into, at least with the one there, to do a lot of damage. The second one's coming up. We just saw that on screen there. And let's see if he can do any more damage in here now. I actually didn't see the tab. Was he making a third Oracle?
It didn't show us yet. He wasn't as of when it popped out immediately.
Okay, he is making a third one now.
Yeah, not too surprised. He does do this. It's like... But this is something skyhigH should know. There's enough SOS games out there recently of PVT that you can look at and be like, oh, wow, you really kind of are into Oracles right now? You don't want to expect it for every game, but as I was saying, like probably 3 out of 5, I would say, at least for Oracles.
Okay, skyhigH is coming down now.
Well, he did kill the Mothership Core, so this is like a little bit scarier than it should be, really. Normally you'd see this coming, you're like, oh, you know, whatever, I have the Nexus Cannon, but he doesn't have his Mothership Core. He never remade it because he's been spending a million gas on Oracles. But he will clean this up with 3 Oracles.
The Oracle's coming down here now. He just makes sure not to lose that Oracle down there at the bottom. Oh my God, is he not going to micro? Oh my God, he almost lost that. That was so close.
Oh! Well,
that was our cast for that moment.
yeah, that was. He definitely got a little bit greedy going back, thinking that skyhigH would neglect it because he was owning it up. But to be honest, these 2 pushes like killed a lot of gas units. If you look right there, but he has killed a lot of Marines off 1-0, so that's good.
Well, he's going to come up here now. With those oracles, I got to say I'm a little bit disappointed he lost that third one. I thought that was a bit needless. So, I got to say, some rough, bumpy games here today.
Yeah, it was, but you know, kind of cool overall the way he holds it with 3 oracles.
I don't mean they're bad games. It's just we've seen
well, when you have like a bunch of players being
here.
aggressive.
Yeah,
man, a lot of snafus.
A lot of some snafuage, as some of the younger audience members might be saying. Yeah.
I hate it when we see too many snafus. Like, I want only a few snafus are fine, but when you have too many snafus, the game just becomes
sometimes
messy.
you get to a snaf 4 or a snaf 5, man, with that.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for anything else that comes to mind. I don't have anything. Now, there's been some snafus back here, guys.
Yeah, that's okay. Hopefully he'll cut off those snafus for a bit. He is going to fly around with these oracles. Oh, nothing up here guarding it all, so he does pick off a few SCVs. No, I don't want to call it a snafu by skyhigH to not have something there.
No, that's not a snafu.
No.
Really more snafus.
But, you know, you can't split up your Marines against 2 oracles.
Yeah.
It's, like, too dangerous.
Okay, so he's tagged them there. He knows where they're headed down to now. That'll make at least dropping difficult for a little bit here. So that wears it. Why are you laughing at snafus, man?
It's a great word.
It's a great word. It is actually a good word.
It's fantastic.
It's safe for the kids. You know,
what? People need a bigger vocabulary. Everyone says the same stuff. Snafu it is. People don't make mistakes in StarCraft. They make snafus.
Yeah, they do. Snafu. We could have said blunder. No, snafu here. Yeah. Actually, you know what? You make a blunder, then you're in a snafu after that. Let's make sure we understand how this this actually means. We have SOS pushing forward now, and a big warp in of Stalker is about 5 as he's going to come in and try to push into the front. We have that's 3 bunkers being made, but the bunkers aren't actually done yet. Oh my God! Oh, yeah, okay, he unloads, and he can actually get that. He gets the Widow Mine before it goes down.
Wow, and he's just going to bust right into here. These Colossus doing a huge amount of damage with no anti-air here. There's not a lot he can do. Now, we don't have that many force fields, so as these dissipate, I believe he has like 1 left. Like 1 or a Guardian Shield. So, obviously got to use the Guardian Shield here. And, you know, he's just crushing the Marines so quickly.
Well, this is a pretty open-closed case of PVT. Terran has to reclaim this with the Medivacs, but that's going to be tough because the Oracle can spot and orbit around. And also, even if he does try to come back out with the Medivacs, there's enough Protoss everything here to just go up. In fact, you know what? He just goes up anyways.
Yeah, well, with 3 Colossus, he's going to be able to bust right in here. A beautiful time warp going down. That's going to be sorry to get through. Gives him time to kill off these SCVs without taking critical damage. Gets to turn these Colossus fires onto the actual units of his opponent. That one Immortal actually being pretty heroic during this as well. Didn't really mention that, but just doing fantastically.
All right, that's going to be 1-0 right now.
Yeah, that's
skyhigH did not play poorly, but SOS, he knew what he was doing. He got right in there.
Yeah.
We've had some great dubstep here.
Yeah, seriously. Good music today. Good music, good games.
Yeah.
Great casting.
Good casting, at least for you, Dartosis.
You're the best, Tasteless.
Yeah.
Well, that was, you know, Fast and Furious game there.
I'm not going to lie, guys. I would actually... I'm really hoping for... There's that picture of me again. I'm really hoping to see SOS against Marine King. I really want to know what happens when you put those 2 in a finals.
I don't know. It's like very hard to predict something like that because SOS won't change his style for you that much, really, I think. Like, he doesn't normally just play like a defensive macro game. So he will do things like make a bunch of oracles and get stuff done even though you have turrets.
We have the coach going in right now, giving skyhigH some advice, checking in and making sure he's feeling okay. And when they are ready, we're going to start up game number 2 here.
It seems like there was a snafu there. You're going to want to avoid that next time.
Yeah. That's going to the Starcraft Bible right there.
Some great advice,
So
Coach.
we've concluded that, because we could say he made a blunder. You make a blunder, right? But then you're in a snafu.
Yeah.
All right?
Snafu.
Avoid snafus at all costs.
It's a fantastic word.
Yeah, it is.
I think I've only read it. I've never actually used it.
You haven't heard me say snafu in real life before? I only say it when I'm trying to be facetious, but...
Yeah, you never say it, actually. You've talked to no one as much as me in this whole universe.
That's probably true, actually.
Yeah.
I spend a lot of time with you. All right, well, you can see the whole Jin Air team is down here. There's Maru. And obviously they all really want to see SOS do as well as possible. He's off to a very good start, by the way.
Certainly. That game really just kind of doing what he wants to do, what he does. See there, Coach Park from CJ.
Oh, yeah, they're on the left. He's been around for a long time. Very good coach.
Yeah, I think probably the best coach for Starcraft in Korea, if I had to weigh my 2
He's
cents.
had a very good record.
That's my
coaching
guess of
very
it.
well.
Yeah, very old school coach as
He
well.
might be the best esports coach.
Yeah, he
there
definitely
is,
could
actually.
be. It's hard to say, but
Those of you guys watching probably haven't heard much about him, but he's actually very good.
he is the guy that coached EG for a little bit and stuff like that. So.
Yep. All right, here we go. It's going to be game number 2 here. King Sejong Station. I think this will be a lot of fun to see these two on this map. It's been a map very seasoned, very tried, tested, and true. But how will these two play on it? We have skyhigH. We just don't have a lot of games from him, especially PvT, or TVP, I should say. We have SOS, who is just as difficult to predict in general.
See, I like this map for PvT, but skyhigH actually chose this map when he lost a TVP. So it's the weirdest thing ever to see a Terran choose that when you only get one map choice. So I don't know. We'll see. Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
Marine King's looking at this right now. He's like, oh, yes, I'm going to
GM
win.
Green wins SOS.
That's what's going to cheese me a bunch. I'm going to stop it and win.
He's already sent out a probe. He's up to something. In the upper left, in the red, we have our Terran player from Brood War.
CJ and 2's skyhigH.
He's like, dum-de-dum-dum-dum, just going to play a macro game, macro game, macro game. Meanwhile.
Meanwhile, on planet Namek, Frieza Pro prepares for the rush.
No, it's like, meanwhile, 15 seconds outside of his base, SOS is having none of it.
Will a Goku SCV go out and scout this proxy gateway? Find out later on in this game.
On Cartoon Network. Wait, was Cartoon Network what aired DBZ?
Yeah, it did
was.
during the Frieza saga. When we were children, it was something else.
Thank you to our sponsors at HOT6. And let's see what SOS has in store for us. It's important to note, first of all, that skyhigH does not have a wall in.
Yeah.
With any kind of proxy like this, that's quite important. Now, also note, SOS is not necessarily, as Artos and I were talking about, trying to fix up, the misconception about what cheese or all-ins are. I thought there was a chance he might make the gateways in the base or something really weird because it's SOS.
Yeah,
he does a lot of crazy stuff. But this can be a build that you can transition out of.
Yeah,
it depends on how much damage you do to Terran.
You'll have to do at least some damage with this. So just keep that in mind. And it will free win against a few builds. Like Command Center Versus would be you'd be in pretty dire straits. But as I was saying, skyhigH isn't really a Command Center First type of guy, I don't think. Maybe on something like Deadwing or possibly Nimbus, but on these smaller maps, he does favor things like Reaper and Gas First. So I've seen. It's hard to put him down on anything with the few games that we've actually seen of him lately.
Okay, so he's actually banked one Zealot. He's going to get 2 out here. And that's
Zealots
going to be really bad because the reactor's making that thing takes so long to build. So this
That'll
is
draw
really
the Reaper right back.
Yep. Also, the Reaper doesn't really kill Zealots fast, and when there's 2 of them, a lot of damage still gets done. Does he just send the Stalker then to get that SCV?
Yeah, the Stalker's going to follow right up. I would be surprised if he doesn't kill it. Now, he's even... Look at this, right? He doesn't have a supply depot up yet.
Oh
man.
my God.
This is pretty tough. Even this forced a cancel on that command center as well. It's like everything
Oh,
about
I didn't
this
even
is
see
pretty,
that. Yeah, he did get a cancel there.
Well, it's like 2 zealots in your base. The least of your concerns is that command center. All right, so already it's looking like a win for SOS. I mean, I don't know. Sorry, guys. It seems anticlimactic because it is. He's down to 10 SCVs right now.
Is he actually going to get that Reaper? Yep. Yep. He's like, okay, I don't care about the bunker. You know what? I'm bored with bunkers. I'm going to go over here.
You know,
SCVs are like, ah.
we need to give him some sort of nickname. Maybe like the brain parasite Protoss, because he gets in your mind and messes it up. Like
the carnivorous earwig. What is it called? What is that worm that
the
goes
lobotomy Protoss.
Oh, nice surround.
Like, look at this.
This guy's like, I guess I'm going to be in this game for another 4 minutes. Now, what is that? There's a worm that can actually, I think it's carnivorous earwig. The worm that goes inside your ear and eats your brain.
That's really gross.
Yeah, it is. Or cool, depending on how old you are.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah. So, still doing a lot of damage here.
Look at those SCVs, man. Thing is, he's losing more mining time than these stalkers are even worth.
Yeah.
It's like,
What's funny is that Stalker's actually going to get out.
Yeah.
But it did get out, didn't it? Yeah, it did.
Yeah. There's like 1 Marine in that bunker. Of course it got out. Well, he is making a Nexus at home, a Robo as well, in a ridiculously good spot here. 20 supply to 32. It's like so big of a difference. 12 SCVs against 28 probes. This is the amount that SOS is far ahead is like so funny.
Think about if he hadn't gotten that surround and that Stalker.
You know,
too.
when I saw all those SCVs chasing, all I could think is like the easy AI where like in StarCraft 1 where you would like attack, if you would like bring up an SCV into a Protoss base and attack, all the probes would follow your SCV.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just like, and then you just like kill it, you like micro 2 units and it dies and like that. The thing is, obviously skyhigH is a fantastic player, but the way that this game is looking, SOS is just, he's clowning him right now.
He's clowning him too. Great. Another great word.
Yeah.
He is getting clowned. We have a starport coming here.
Yeah.
It's not just that Terran got rushed and took damage. It's actually that Terran is in the most awkward, uncomfortable tech ever.
Yeah.
Don't forget, he actually was making a command center that he canceled.
Now it's
He's doing a build he doesn't even want to do right now because he was stuck in his base, and now he has this extra, these extra resources. So I guess the best bet is to just make a starport and try to do a drop. And I'm fairly certain that SOS, see how these Stalkers are already here? There's an observer here. I think he's probably just going to catch this.
The only way we could make this harder for skyhigH is if, like...
Right now, I feel like if SOS, if Sky tried to become a weapon, he'd be a baseball. What he doesn't know is that SOS is turning into a glove. He's just going to throw this drop in here. Baseball mitten. You know, SOS catches it.
It's such a bad spot for skyhigH. Like,
yeah, it really is.
To imagine how we could make this even worse for Sky. It's like if we pause the game and he's like, huh? And then the referee goes in, right? And to his booth and he takes his chair away. And then he brings in a gigantic beanbag chair full of doorknobs and says he has to sit on that and finish the match. That is the only way to make this more difficult.
Chair full of doorknobs. He's like, can I just stand? He's like, no.
No, you have to sit in that. He's like, I mean, it's not even up that high, really. Like, it's not that big.
I don't think my arms can reach the...
He's like, it's actually rather uncomfortable, in fact, to sit on a beanbag chair full of doorknobs.
Well, we have the Stalkers out here. I think he might have actually put the Stalkers a little bit too far out.
Well, looks like he's actually going to get it. Maybe he can get a good amount of probe kills.
Yeah, this could be the beginning of something to turn the series around.
It's like he needs more moves than just this. Like, even if he kills a really solid number of probes.
Immortals don't really do damage to Hellions too quickly.
No.
So he cleans that up. The drop's coming in here from the upper right.
7 kills is pretty good, but you got to take into consideration when the probes are killed. They're killed so much later than the SCVs.
Those probes have been out long enough. They mine enough minerals that SOS is allowed to make some mistakes, actually.
They lived like reasonable probe lives. Those probes died in their 30s, basically.
Those probes died in their 30s in probe years, at least. For StarCraft 2 in probe years, yeah.
All right.
Okay, here comes the
Widowmine drop.
Widowmine
That could be good. Oh!
Does not connect.
Yeah,
it does connect with one probe. There's one popping out of the gas there.
That is okay, though. He probably would have sent it in anyways, so clears that up. Gets right back to mining. The drop wasn't actually successful.
Now, keep in mind, guys, skyhigH doesn't have a second base yet. So it's not just about, you know, SOS surviving this. It's that SOS has had his own extra base up for so long. He's actually making cannons here, which you don't normally see in 2-base Protoss, but you can because Terran's on 1 base.
Yeah, he's going to go all in from here. Look at this. This is an immortal drop, which is pretty funny. But he knows that his opponent can't possibly have what he needs to deal with this.
Watch, he comes in here and harasses the tank with the immortal, picks it up and leaves. That'd be so funny.
Oh, man. Look at this. SOS, like, just the way that he does this game is so different from other Protosses. He just realizes, like, well, no, this would work here. And I'm like, why would you even think of that? I mean, yes, it works like a charm here. You're doing fantastically with it, but why did your brain go to immortal drop? Like, where did this factor in? It's just very
He definitely has his own weird way of understanding this game.
He sees more colors than the rest of us.
You don't see anybody who plays even remotely like SOS, and he's been around for a while. His games are out there, guys. You can go spend a couple days just watching SOS games. Nobody plays like this and makes it work. I remember when he was just cannon rushing people, and he's like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
He like makes 3 pylons there. He's like, that looks like it works. Okay, yeah, I'll just do this.
Huh.
He's like not planning on cannon rushing. Then he's like, oh no, wait a minute. He doesn't have his drones here in time. I actually can just do this. Okay, we'll just go ahead and cannon rush like that. Well, skyhigH took care of it. That's something going for him.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to have the 2 armies meet. Or no, they were, but SOS actually is going to go back down over here.
Going to go back up into his natural. Looks like I think he already killed the rocks there because he knows that this is one of the only moves that could happen. Did he already kill the rocks? Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
And when you scan there and you see didn't take that gas and he killed the rocks, it tells you he knows exactly what you're doing. He's like, yeah, no, I don't really need that gas. I'm just going to make units and kill you. Okay, here we go. Oh,
look at that medevac here. Nicely done.
No stim, no combat shields.
Guy has siege mode on. He wants to wait for the exact right moment to attack in here. And as you can see, with both armies coming up on either side, this is done. GG.
He just uppercutted skyhigH, and skyhigH fell on the spikes.
Yeah, that was not a Street Fighter uppercut. That was a Mortal Kombat uppercut.
Yeah.
Well, I think this might be a 3-0. SOS is, you know, he does what he's doing. We've seen him do a lot, excuse me. He's doing what we've seen him do throughout Best of 5 series. He dictates how the entire series goes.
I wish we could, like, during that game, just get a camera shot of SOS and there's like a basketball spinning on his head.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you're doing all that and a basketball spinning on your head? He's like, yeah, of course. That's what I do.
It's pretty crazy, man. That's just how the game goes. Yeah. We got to put some SOS lyrics in this.
SOS would probably be a great rapper.
Probably.
To be honest, yeah. Think about it.
I don't know if skyhigH is going to be able to recover at all. This actually, I think, could be a 3-0. You see the coach going in there, giving him some advice.
Yeah, Coach
and
Park,
by the way, skyhigH is a very experienced player. You guys probably haven't seen much of him, unless you were like as old as Artosis and me, but he was very good in Brood War.
Yeah.
I don't know how he's going to win 3 games in a row, though, and come back. It looks pretty dire.
It certainly does look dire. I think he's just going to get knocked out as you said. Ooh, that chicken. Look at that guy eat that chicken.
Oh, is that chicken back there?
Oh,
I'm getting hungry. Do they have, like, vegetarian, the chicken-flavored stuff? Can you get that? Do you know
in America, you can, but all the like, those, like, fake meats and stuff are, like, I don't really...
I've had veggie burgers. They're not actually that bad.
No, veggie burgers are okay, but most of the fake meat stuff is like, eh.
So you don't like any kind of fake meat?
I like vegetables. Give me vegetables.
The mushrooms are good.
The mushrooms are amazing.
Portobello mushroom burger.
Oh,
you had one of those? Yes. Those are great. All right, we're if you're tuning in right now, it's 2-0 with SOS in the lead. skyhigH, you know, we're not really getting to see what he's got planned in late game. SOS is just not letting that happen. That's been a pretty consistent theme, not even just today, but through a lot of the games in this tournament. For the HOT6 Cup, we've had a lot of aggressive plays. And also, guys, we are going to go to the finals after this. We're going to have another short break.
That's right.
Whenever this ends, whatever the results are going to be. So stay tuned.
Yeah, just make sure you let your friends know, too. This is a great night of games, even if a lot of it seems to be SOS crushing nerds. That's always fun, too.
And I believe that match is ready to go. So let's move into game 4 with SOS up with a 2-0 lead, against skyhigH. In the bottom left, in the blue, we have our Protoss player who looks unstoppable.
Gene Air Green Wings SOS.
Is he hitting
And
with a
here's
baseball
when I
bat?
turned engine into a frog. Oh,
Yeah.
that's not a wand.
No, that's a baseball bat.
Or is that a flute on a stick? No, that's a baseball bat. Okay. In the upper left, in the red, he has to turn this entire series around.
CJ and Tooth skyhigh.
What?
You know, to go back to your like sports reference with him, it's
Yeah.
like, you know what he is? He's like, okay, so if you're a golf ball Terran, he becomes a golf club Protoss. If you're
Yeah.
a baseball Terran, he becomes a baseball mitt Protoss.
Yeah.
If you're an American football Terran, well, you're not in the GSL, so he doesn't care.
If you become an American football Terran, he becomes a Protoss football concussion, I think is what it is.
Oh.
Yeah. No, I shouldn't joke about that. That's so sad that those guys get concussions, actually. But there's just no way really to stop SOS, it seems like. He's just, he molds, he adapts.
Yeah.
What I like about it is I don't think a lot of this is preempted as we've casted most of his games over the past few years. It seems like he is reacting and sculpting his play throughout a best of 5.
Yeah, he will adjust it. Thing is, he comes up with, you know, we've talked about people who come up with great plans. Like MVP is one of these guys that comes up with Maru right there that we see. Maru and MVP are the two people that in the past we've really heralded as planning out best of 5s better than anyone. But SOS has to be put in that group as well. He studies his opponent. He knows the maps. He knows what's going to work. He understands the metagame. And he comes up with like his completely own strategies to make everything work. So, like, he definitely plans out better than almost anyone. In fact, one of the greatest matches I've seen was when SOS and Zest played in Kespa Cup, where SOS like taught Zest things about PvP, and Zest was already the best PvP in the world, but he did things like he went 2 gates, like regular 2 gateway with tech, like 4 games out of 5 or something. And it was insane because he just like he understands how to map out everything in like these matchups where like he'll make you think one thing and then he'll do another thing and he understands what you're thinking and he understands how he's perceived. Like he calculates it all just like perfectly well. He's just such a brilliant player. Thing is, you can't have that work like 100% of the time. It's like this is a guy that's never going to be probably like a Bonjour type. Like he's not going to win every tournament in a row. Because you have to be so on top of things to make this work.
He cannot ever be voided out of a tournament. Like his play is too solid. It's and I feel like there's no real weakness for SOS with anybody he plays against. There's really nobody where I'm like, uh-oh. I mean, SOS is great, guys, but don't forget that, you know, player X, Y, or Z is, you know, is always going to beat him. I don't feel like that's the case ever with anybody for SOS.
I think like best chance against him would be like probably a defensive macro Zerg would be the best matchup against him.
I'd want to say it'd be somebody like Rain, but PvP doesn't work that way. So
yeah, no, I think he's actually as good or better than Rain at PvP. Like he's
probably right, actually.
Super similar level to Rain and Zest. Well, here we have that's a very quick robo. Right now he's just making observers. He might actually just fall back into a defensive macro game. This is how good he is that he can do things like that. Really have no idea what he's going to do yet. Okay, an Immortal. That's interesting.
Now notice he's got the Stalkers backed up enough. He wants to get that that to actually come over here. Now he's come up. Ooh. He's come up. It's only 3 Stalkers. The Hellions are out. He does gun down one. Really nice micro. I thought that one was going to get away for a second.
It's actually very important that he killed that off.
Now notice he's actually targeting here and targeting fast enough with those Marines that they're not able to heal as quickly.
Notice the probe is sent to set off that Widow Mine on purpose.
Can we point about how absolutely, completely, and totally perfectly that was handled by SOS.
It
There
truly
was not a
was.
single mistake all the way down to the probe coming out to absorb the mine hit. The fact that he targeted the Hellion perfectly, he targeted the first 2 Marines, then hit the other Hellion. That went down, but his building setup was good enough to block it out.
Yeah.
Then that went out, and then he went down and killed the Hellion. It was phenomenal.
He's pretty godly.
He
And
even has this other probe here.
this is all like his own style as well. Like his opening was
Marine
pretty
King.
normal, but he
Marine
went
King's like, oh, God, SOS is so good. He's like, when am I going to pull out my SCVs?
Everything about this has been kind of crazy. Like, look, he's hiding a Twilight now, probably for Blink, I would guess.
I think Blink is probably the best follow-up.
And,
When you
yeah.
see him, the fact that you deflected that drop, he's got, yes, Terran has another base up, but it's not, oh my God, he's going to go DTs. Never mind, you're right.
Okay.
DTs it is. Well, DTs is also fine.
Well, I didn't say DT, so I'm definitely not right.
Yeah,
but
I felt you think it.
I thought it for a second because I'm like, why is that up there? Like having a Twilight in your main
I
base.
actually thought he was going to go
that.
Blink, and he made it up there just because he was being harassed. And
Yeah.
he thought, okay, well, I might as well just make this here. So he even if he suspects Blink, the timing would be off because he didn't see the structure making.
Well,
Well,
right
he's
now
definitely not going to suspect DTs right now, Tosis.
No, certainly not. And this is kind of funny because look at this. We have siege shanks being made. This kind of, maybe this will end up looking something like what Marine King did. But he's on 2 command centers, so DTs are actually going to be pretty reasonable. You know, obviously you're going to be dropping a lot of mules during a build like this, and without a 3rd command center, you don't have nearly as many scans. Like, we'll see if the DTs end up doing anything, but my guess is yes, it's going to do something.
That Warp Prism is going to park right over here by that empty expansion. It's going to get some DTs. And what he wants to do here is split the DTs out so that Terran can't optimize scans. We have 2 coming in. Is he going to get any more?
I think 2's good.
Only going to put 1 in here.
You send 1 to both bases, and it's like, if he doesn't have turrets, if he has 0 turrets, this is like a game winning
This is
move.
usually better against really, really good players because they are so good at dropping mules all the time.
Man, yeah. Well, I think he has a scan right there, yeah, so he does.
Okay, now he should actually be able to get away. Yeah.
God!
It's
What?
a 5 HP. I thought I was going to die.
Okay, that's definitely Sky's fault. That's a mistake there, unfortunately.
He's like, I'm back
It's like, oh,
with a
snafu.
vengeance.
Wow.
Yeah, Marine King's like, no, excuse me, Sky's like, what a snafu. I've gotten myself into this time. Snarf. He goes and gets the tank. That is terrible for him to lose that tank early. And this is already going really well here for SOS. We don't know what that Widow sound effect was from, but
I think you got a probe.
okay. He did get the Observer there too, not just the DT, by the way. Combat Shield is done, or is about to be done. There it is. And then Stim's about to finish up. So let's see if skyhigH can actually go out on the map and do something. When you see players tech to DTs, they don't usually have a big army a minute or 2 after the DT attack. The DTs are pretty expensive. You have to invest a lot into them. The DTs have the ability to slow players down if they try to move. I like how he's getting this Marauder out here to try to block that. That was really good. Oh my God, is that going to just walk right into that? Oop. Oh my God, the timing is real. Look at that. He's like, well, that's exactly 0.9 seconds away from being done, so I'll right-click up here and just go.
Kill some more SCVs. That's all you need.
And so the beauty of this is that Terran is not dropping mules. Terran is not outside of his base at a pretty important moment. Normally, we'd see with combat shields and stim done, and medevacs and everything, he would actually be out in the middle of the map right now, trying to pick up and go somewhere. Actually, I'm sorry, we keep seeing tanks there. Are there no medevacs out at all?
Oh, there's medevacs.
We have medevacs out. Okay, I'm not crazy. I'm sorry. But yeah, normally you'd want to see them out and trying to do some damage. But because of those DTs and because of the way the Protoss can warp in from anywhere where there's a pylon, it makes it a lot more difficult for Terran to push out. Now, whenever you do a DT tech like this, you want to get a huge, strong tech tree and solidify your 3rd base economically while the Terran is busy. The question is was SOS good enough at that? We're going to see here with this attack.
This is a scary attack. He does have +1 attack to go with his Blink Stalker.
Whoa!
Wow.
Nice snipe. 2 medevacs?
Wow, indeed. Really, really good. All right, very good Guardian Shield. Zones everything out, pushes back, and he'll be fine with another warping round. He's about to have charge finish as well, so very good hold there. The Immortal, exactly what you want to have with a DT drop anyways. It's like really some... The play of SOS is so fantastic, but this is a Protoss, guys, you don't want to copy. You'll just get frustrated trying to play like him. Like,
Yeah,
You can't
I
just
would,
follow
I would
his
say if
build
you're going
orders,
to learn Protoss, I don't recommend it from this guy.
Yeah.
I guess you could learn principles, but not builds.
Yes, exactly. Like I
Like
study him for his knowledge,
the concept
not for his
of
builds.
how the GT rush is being excellent or executed here is good. The way he goes about stuff though is way ahead of the curve from other Protossers. Okay, so he gets the Zealots out and the DT in here. Then this is going to be bad because Terran is just being punished for attempting to make any claim of any territory on the map. Protoss is going to back up, and this is smart. SOS is 1 game away from winning. He can afford to have his third base take a little bit of extra damage, and he waits for that Colossus to grip up with his army. He comes down here. Notice the blinking back to make sure the Zealots can come in there and tank a lot of damage. He pulls the probes in the side, so it's harder to actually get to that Colossus there as he backs that up and cleans out the upper part. Coming around over here. Oh my God, that Immortal is somehow not dead, Artosis. That Immortal there right in the middle, I think, okay, there it is, GG.
Oh man.
Damn.
SOS, you're pretty good.
Yeah, he is. SOS, your winner, going on to the finals
Well, that
of the
was
HOT6 Cup, which we are hosting in, I think about, 20 minutes or something from now here. So definitely don't miss out on that.
that was some serious play from SOS. Like this guy, that's SOS. I don't know. He has his own way of playing.
He really does.
He just completely destroyed poor skyhigH there. And now it's going to be Marine King going up against SOS. It's like a pretty cool finals, like 2 completely different era players. It's like super impressive that Marine King has gotten here. And to go up against SOS, the thing is he's held all these all-ins and stuff, but SOS is like a different type and level of aggression.
I think this was the
thing
best.
is his all-ins are almost never actually all-in because he knows exactly how to eke out damage and like make a nexus and stuff like that. So
I gotta say, this is probably the best possible finals we could get out of the 4 players we have. Marine King.
I think you're right,
against SOS.
actually.
This is so cool. Are we gonna have Marine King, old school StarCraft 2, back and better than ever, already crushing Zest?
Well,
Is he going to beat a player like SOS who nobody can seem to predict? He's got great execution, great builds, and he is the master when it comes to a best of 5. This is going to be a terrific finals.
it certainly is. I think that we have like a slightly longer break than usual, guys.
I think we have a 20-minute break.
Okay, so make sure.
10-minute break.
Oh, okay. We have
total 20 minutes, 10-minute break, but then 10 minutes of videos for you guys.
Yeah, and the videos are going to be amazing.
So you only have
make sure
10
you watch
minutes.
those.
That's enough time to make a hot pocket, get a blanket if you're cold,
That's right.
but not enough time to, you know, cook some pasta, for instance.
It matters what type of pasta. Like, for instance, if you buy pasta that's pre-cooked, that's very, very fast.
I'm pretty sure most of our viewers use pre-cooked pasta, so I'll go ahead and say that you do have time to do that. But don't go too far away. 10 minutes, we're going to be back into the finals of the HOT6 Cup. So tell your friends to tune in. Go do whatever you need to do on your break, and we'll see you in just a little bit here at GOMTV.